Welcome back to the shop. Today we're gonna check out this 415 frame. Looks good. We're gonna get a couple bolts pulled out of this exhaust, out of the heads from the exhaust manifolds. And with any luck, we'll bolt this transmission to this engine and shove it in the car. So let's get to it. We got all the bolts out. There was 3 broken exhaust manifold bolts. Got pretty lucky with 2 of them. See if this will focus on there. Sun's out today, actually. It's beautiful out. It's been like 20 degrees out the last week, and now it's finally damn near 50. It's fantastic. So we got 2 of them out with just the regular old pliers, and then one of them we had to do the old washer and washer nut trick. But some dumbass decided to paint over all this before getting those out. So that was interesting, trying to get that all to stick to it and actually be able to turn that bolt out. But she's out now, that's what matters, it's all good. I think next we'll get this thing off of this engine stand and stick a flywheel on it, put a pilot bearing in the old flywheel. We'll probably get this transmission bolted up and tossed in the Colorado here pretty quick. Clutch is on, flywheel's on. Had a little bit of issue. This must be a flywheel for like a Camaro, or I'm not quite sure. But this is a C6 clutch and pressure plate. And the dowels weren't quite right. And just egged them out a little, and away she went. Everything looks good as far as the spacing on these dowels, and I think it's gonna be good. Only time will tell. So that's pretty much engine ready for transmission. What do you think?
Time to get shit done, boys.
Yeah. Let's put a tranny on it and let's put it in a frame. Let's put a cab on top of a frame, and let's keep rolling. She's in. 6.0 AR5 Colorado. Got those, I don't know who made these mounts, but they kind of fit. Not too bad. A little bit of finagling, got her drop down in. Probably gonna have to trim up these mounts a little bit, but that's fine. Found out on this rear end here, got this fancy cross member mount here. And the previous owner is the one who bought this, so I did not get the instructions with it. But I'm pretty sure what's gonna have to happen is we're gonna have to go along here and cut this old bracket out that the old cross member used to bolt into to kind of suck everything up further into the frame. That way it's not so close to the ground and trying to rub. I do have plans to run air conditioning in this truck. So that's going to be interesting. I haven't done any air conditioning yet, any of our swaps, so could be a good time. But stock AC compressor bolts right here, the bracket, and then the compressor bolts onto here. And I think, I mean, we're going to try it right now, but at this point it's looking pretty good as to being able to get that all mounted up. So let's do that. That compressor fits really nice. Actually, shockingly, everything, it's gonna work perfect. I think we're in business right there. This will get cleaned up, obviously. I'm not just gonna raw dog this all in there, but that's gonna work real nice. We got a fuzzy here. What we got going on there? This compressor is actually pretty good, I think. I think that'll work for what we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the accessories on here just to see what she all looks like. See if we can figure out what we're gonna do with power steering lines. I'd like to keep power steering, AC, the whole nine. Make this a super nice, you know, driver. So let's get the rest of the accessories on and see what kind of issues we run into. For some reason I didn't take a explanation video for after this whole little segment here, but basically what I'm doing here is put the rest of the brackets on for the power steering and alternator. Here I'm fiddling with power steering lines and trying to get a header put on to see if anything's going to hit or be in the way. I ended up cutting those lines, and on my S10 that we put the 3.8 in, it actually worked out pretty decent to use a compression fitting in there. So I'm going to try that and see exactly what happens, messing with some AC lines here. But that's basically what we did here. Put the power steering pump in, got those lines kind of figured out, and started trying to mess with AC lines. Next we're going to go ahead, get all the accessories pulled back off of this thing, and toss a cab back down on top. Going to go ahead and end this one here. Made some good progress. Thanks for watching.